Welcome and hello, my beautiful Aquarians. Brenda Tarot here with your general tarot and oracle card forecast for the week of October the 3rd to the 9th, 2022. Okay, let's see what we have for our week, my beautiful Aquarius. Okay, coming in with your first general oracle message, you've got poverty. So this is telling me that you're feeling as though you're in a position here and in a place of feeling lack and loss, whether you're feeling that in a relationship or you're feeling that actually, in your job or your career. But some of you may not be feeling as though you're being paid for all the work you're doing. You may feel as though you're being pushed to compete and constantly pushed into a corner where you have to keep working and working and working. So some of you may feel that you're really not getting compensated for the hard work that you're doing out there in your career. For others, it could be the same in a relationship, a one-sided relationship where you're putting all the investment and you're not getting the same, effort and energy applied towards you, the reciprocation. But it can also be, feeling lack in both material or emotional matters. And again, as I said, it could have to do with relationships too. Simple as this. I think as we move through this reading, we're going to know why this card came up. Here you have the whale for your second energy card here, your oracle message, and it says great worry over nothing. So as we go through this reading, I think we're going to see resources that'll come up to resolve these issues. So you could be, as they say, making a mountain out of a molehill, allowing yourself to presume and assume that things are worse than they are. So I think that, this is an indication that you need to just let it go, live in the moment and not allow yourself to get carried up in your head. And as they say, do that stinking thinking that is holding you back. It's sabotaging you from moving forward in the direction, the peaceful direction, the direction of harmony and peace that you need to have. What do you need to focus on? Let's see what my focus cards have here to say. Let's see what my focus cards have for you. Let's see what we have here for my beautiful Aquarius. All right, let's see. Sensitivity. This has been coming up for a lot of others as well. So I think that right now you could be in a position where you're feeling oversensitive. You're allowing yourself to perhaps take things personal, take things to heart, and you could be in a position where you just don't feel well this week, where you tend to feel as though everybody's ganging up on you, you're feeling victimized, and you have to get that out of your head. As long as we allow that energy into us, we keep drawing that vibration towards us. So take a long look at the situation. I mean, it could be tangible. It could, perhaps you have reason and, and this is verification here that you're going to feel sensitive about these issues of feeling lack and loss or being used and abused, as I say. So I will move through this reading and we'll try to correlate what these cards are representing and referring to. Starting off in your first row with your two tarot cards here, you do have the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So both cards are saying that you're working very hard towards something which is requiring you to make some major decisions here. It's almost as though as you're conflicted here. You're confused. It's like there's so much going on around me that I can't make this decision. I think if you stay focused on the job at hand, just like the Eight of Pentacles is, putting your head down, doing the work, only concentrating on that you're doing, trying to improve yourself in that category, trying to level yourself up so that you are climbing that ladder of success, or perhaps adding addition to your resume to level you up in that tax bracket of making more income here, getting a better job title, the position at your place of work. So this is about working towards things which could require some choices and decisions. These decisions and choices that you're making here, you may feel as though you're making a wrong choice, a wrong decision, and this is what's holding you back. But use your intuition here, okay? That's what's going to guide you through this. If you use your intuition and realize that you don't want temptation to, to lead your logic, because sometimes everything that glitters is not gold. So be careful of that when you're making a decision here. What are you being offered? Make sure you read between the lines before you sign on the dotted line on any contract here that you could be, legally bound to. But I think you're working hard and you deserve to get the respect. You deserve to get the rewards that you're working hard for. And I think as long as you keep that in mind, the choices that you make and the decisions that you make as long as you make them on logic and long term, and will they last the test of time? How are they going to benefit you long term? Okay, coming in your second row, you have that Three of Swords, and you have the Six of Pentacles. So very interesting. There may have been some struggles here, push, pull, give, take energy here, where someone might have ended up feeling as though they weren't getting, they got the short end of the stick, basically, and the other person is getting all the gold here. But this can also be a card here with this Three of Swords where there is some heartbreak and some great disappointment here that went on, feeling as though you were used and abused, that you were taken advantage of, that, you could have, this could have been a very bad breakup in a friendship or a relationship of some sort, or a partnership here, but you're healing through it. And I think you've just got to that point where now you realize that you are going to go and get what you deserve in life here. And that is to let this go and heal through it. I do believe that you're doing that. And that could also be the lack and loss that you're feeling here with the original poverty card that came up here in the beginning of the read. Now, the other representation of this beautiful six, and I say beautiful because it can be beautiful. This is charitable. This is negotiations going on right now in your life. And for some of you, they're going to be good negotiations, give and take, push-pull energy, bartering with each other. Great debates going on here, but also you could be receiving something here in the form of time, effort, or support, or maybe even money. And it comes in almost a charitable and generous way. So know that negotiations at the end of the day will work out in your favor. And perhaps that comes in with the Seven of Cups and making those choices and decisions at your place of employment and your career here. But you definitely are healing through some betrayal here, some disappointment that you've experienced in the past. The next card you've got in the center position is wonderful because it's the Four of Wands, which is the card of celebration. And then you have the Two of Swords, which again is trying to make a decision. Unsure, which way do I go? Which choice do I take? Which direction am I headed in? Well, definitely, you don't have rough waters behind you. And this is all about stepping up and making a decision. Perhaps you need to get counsel. You might need legal representation to put the cards in an equitable and fair manner for all to see clearly on the table, so that a choice and a decision will be made intelligently and accurately. This could be a dealing that you're having with another person. You maybe have been negotiating with someone here that you had some difficulty with. This could also be the disbursements of property or settlements or inheritances or whatever the case is that you're advocating and promoting yourself for in the court system. That could be a situation there. But it's also just a card of being confused here and not seeing clearly in order to make a decision logically. Well, at the end of the day, I think you do, because I think you're going to find that your negotiations are going to go well. You're working towards your goals. You're going to make these decisions in an intelligent and informed way. And then it leaves you with this beautiful card of celebration. This could have to do with property. It could have to do with a home. It could have to do this situation, which is stability now, finding stability in the four walls around you, secure and holding you in a safe zone. But this could be celebrating your accomplishments that you have done. Maybe you won a court case, or maybe, something's come up here, Aquarius, that you've worked hard towards. And now all of a sudden, you see the light, and now everything's coming up roses for you because you've made these right decisions. And the hammer comes down and you walk away from this opposing energy, if it is a legal matter, and you're satisfied with what you got. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Am I surprised? No, you've got the Justice card. That's all about, being able to, justice is served and waived in your favor. And again, it was about compromise. It was about equity. It was about equality. It was about all those things. And you come out ahead. It takes time. The Hangman says you're still feeling as though you're stuck in a position and you feel as though you're hanging in limbo. And maybe you're waiting for the money to come in. Maybe you're waiting to see this disbursement actually happen, and so that you can plan your future ahead. You can rebuild this new future for yourself. But while you're there, continue to do the research. Don't allow yourself to, just to hang there in limbo and not stay preoccupied, and stay proactive. The Hangman is all about a choice. You get to stay in this position because you don't want to go forward. You don't have to go forward. And then all of a sudden you get the nerve and out you go, hitting the ground running. This is a card of healing. Again, the Hangman, getting through these problems that you were dealing with. But know that here for a lot of you, justice is going to be served and you will come out ahead and they'll be waved in your favor. You're rebuilding a new foundation. This was something that suddenly, took you, really alarmed you and set you, set you falling backwards here with the Ten of Swords coming in with the Tower. The Ten of Swords was a bad time for you. You felt as though you were stabbed in the back. You were betrayed. You couldn't get up and you weren't getting anywhere fast. All you could see was you were stuck in a situation. But guess what? Things have changed. The 10 says it's over. You're free to go in this new direction on your own. And now you're free to create and build a brand new foundation. Whatever happened to you here was on shaky ground. I mean, it wasn't a secure situation here. It just kept continuing to, this was like, oh my gosh, just this, it's like you were on a roller coaster, just going around and around and around and not seeing things getting better. But definitely now it created a domino effect. And now finally it's ended and you can go forward and rebuild a brand new foundation. And I think you're going to look forward to that. So, when we talked about here, with the feeling of poverty, definitely the Three of Swords comes into that. The Ten of Swords comes into that. And the Two of Swords, making these decisions and choices, does. But now that this is cleared up, you have this brand new future to build here and move forward in a new direction. And this is all about change, going in a new direction. You don't need to worry anymore, okay, with this Whale card. And I think, you had reason to feel sensitive at the time. But I think if you realize now that you've got the freedom to go forward and rebuild a new foundation, things are going to work out for you much better. Well, my beautiful Aquarius, this is your reading for this week. And I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic week here to look forward to. Always know I stand in the circle of love and light for you, and I'll see you soon.